Oh,
Test, 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 test,
test.
Adriana, are you on? Testing, testing, testing. We are live here in San Antonio. All right, let me make sure I'm on here. I wonder if Desiree can hear us. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Testing, testing, testing.
She's mad. She's not going to listen.
Oh, crap. Hello, everyone. Good morning to the Medicare Space Live Show here in San Antonio. My name is Victoria Cabrera. And who do we have here to the right of us?
Sylvia Toscano. Good morning, San Antonio.
Good morning, San Antonio. I love your little saying. Say it again.
Good morning, San Antonio. Sylvia Toscano here.
Good morning, San Antonio. Where are you guys at? And who do we have next to Silvio Toscano here?
A-Rod. A-Rod back in black.
Back in black.
Where's your hand?
These are perfect.
Because I wear black all the time. I was like, what should I say? Add to my name so it just doesn't sound so bleh. And
then that was going to be to your name too.
Yes.
A-Rod Black.
I'm back in black. I was going to be like, maybe I should put, and I'm back and I'm all wrapped up because I have to wear all these wrappings now for my knees and my ankles when I run and I work out.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on? Why do you have to wear stuff?
I'm like, damn it. I have to put on all these things on now when I leave to work out. I had said I was going to give up running because of my knee, but I can't give it up. I really love it.
So what's wrong? Do you have knee issues?
I played soccer for a long time. Yeah. So, and I've always been doing a lot of running off and on. So it's just my knee cracks. So I have to wear a knee brace now. Ooh. Makes a cracking noise. Yeah.
Mine pops a lot too.
Yeah. So I just try to take care of myself so that way it doesn't get any worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, I know. Did they provide compression or something on the knees?
Yes. So you can tell the difference. And this morning, because I was in a hurry, I was already running late for my run. I was running and
you were running late to your run.
I was running late to my run, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put on my knee brace. And I kept running and I was like, okay, God's got me.
Were you limping on purpose? Because I don't know, my knee, I played softball when I've always played sports, but I always played the shortstop position. So it requires you to side by side. So my knees were always
I used to do a lot of heavy lifting too.
Really?
When you didn't you used to work out hardcore? Didn't you used to be
it was bodybuild?
Weren't you juicing and lifting and getting a pump in the gym?
I was working out, I was more cardio, boxing and I would do not heavy weights, but I was more cardio stuff,
You're a boxer?
Run. I used to run a lot. I would run a lot at the track. Even if rain or shine, I would do it. I need to get that. I need to summon Victoria when I was 16 or 17 or 18. Obviously, you're in your prime, right? You're and I was in my prime. So I wish I can go back and be Victoria.
So this is a second
out
week.
There and find me in my younger years too. When you summon her,
have you seen a picture of Sylvia when she was young?
Yes, I
haven't seen a picture. I haven't seen any.
You were
pictures.
at the beach with somebody. Who did you show me that? I think Desiree showed me that one.
I sent it to Desiree.
Yeah, and
I don't
Desiree
like to take pictures.
Yep.
But I found some. I'm sorry.
Are you sure you're not a witch?
I won't take pictures. I hate pictures. And I found some. A friend of mine sent me a picture when she got married 25, 30 years ago. And then she found one. I was probably 21. We're in Cancun. And I sent it to her. I'm like, look, I was young one time.
Dang, Cancun was a thing when you were younger.
Yeah.
She was doing it before it was even in style.
Terrible? I think that was an insult. Yeah, we used to go to Cancun when we were young. And back then we could smoke in the plane. And
there's a whole bunch of stuff.
It was a whole lot of things we could do on that plane.
You can smoke in a lot of places.
I'm doing a workout right now, doing legs while watching you. Dang, doing legs from Yuma, Arizona. Yeah, you got to work those legs.
Yeah.
I think, especially for guys, right? Because
you don't have chicken legs.
I don't think there's anything wrong.
In the gym, we used to be like, ooh, I guess you don't work on legs, huh?
Chicken legs.
I've never seen the opposite. Have you? Where the people are super buff on the legs and then skinny arms. Have you ever seen that?
No, it's always their upper bodies are super buff and they have legs like chickens. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Thank you so much for joining in this beautiful Friday afternoon. It's like 101,000 degrees in San Antonio right now.
Yeah.
I feel like, is it more humid today or
no? Well, when I ran this morning, it felt pretty breezy.
Well, you were at 6 o'clock in the morning. Jeez.
Okay, so I get up at 5:50 so that I can leave. So here's the thing: I was going to tell you, this is my second week. So most people, you probably think I can't do it. Yes, you can. I was having a hard time getting out of bed before that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh man, I just want to sleep like 5 more minutes. And now my body has gotten used to it that I will literally wake up before my alarm goes off.
That's good.
I'm like, damn it. I just want to sleep.
And how long do you run?
So in my neighborhood, it's about 3 miles. So I'll walk and I'll run, then I'll walk and I'll run. So it's about 3 miles.
That's
total.
good.
So every morning I've been doing it. It's not easy, but I always tell Desiree, it's not easy being cheesy, but you got to choose. You got to choose. You got to choose what you want to be. So you're either going to be overweight and be happy with it, or you're going to be healthy. And because either way, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. No, we got to, it is really hard because it's hard either way, but I was always happier fit.
Yeah.
You
have more energy.
Feel better.
Yeah. And you can, not only that, but when you get bad news or you're around like negativity or whatever, it's almost like it's a working out and like in that mindset, like stuff doesn't bother you. It kind of like just bounces off of you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in today.
And if you're fit, when you get bad news, what do you want to do? You want to eat and eat and eat. And when you're fit, you'll go to the gym when you get bad news.
Because I'm an emotional eater.
So
you're gonna go burn off some steam. Yeah, like, grah. For me, I really like punching bags. So like, I need to get a punching bag.
You should. We used to have one. We got rid of it when we sold our house. But yeah, they're fun.
Can we bring one in here?
Well, we don't already use that damn treadmill that we bought, and I'm not about to be. Because so the
Victoria's gym that nobody uses.
We all swore we're going to use it. I'm going to be here every day.
When we get our building in 3 years, because that's my goal, is to have a gym.
Yeah.
And then but have a shower too.
Yes, so you can come in for work.
So you can come in, and then that'll be like our little free membership for the people. That'll be cool, right?
Yeah.
And then we can have seniors come in if they want.
Yeah. And work out with us.
Yeah. Sylvia will be the personal trainer.
Right.
How y'all doing this morning? Thank you so much for joining in. We were just kind of chit-chatting about like working out because Adriana wakes up early, and I'm very proud of my wife. She's been waking up really, really early to go to the gym, and if she doesn't make it in the morning, she tries to get there at night. I went one time last week. I was like, man, okay, at the very least, I need to do like a minimum of 3 days. Like at least tell myself, okay, 3 days, you got to get to the gym. So maybe just tackling it like that, because I'm really good at tackling work stuff, but I realize I cannot make that my priority in life, because without your health, you don't have, you can't work. But anyway, what else is going on in the Medicare world or insurance world or in your world?
In my world?
Because Adriana said that you look like the Godfather.
She looks like a Don.
I had a couple of deals
what
going
is it called?
on.
The Don?
Don, yeah.
Like is that
the
like
Don,
a boss?
So it was like the name of a mobster. It was like I forget. It was like Teflon Don, and the reason why they called them that is because when they would take them to court for all these things, nothing would stick. So Teflon, nothing would stick.
Right. Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Teflon Sylvia.
Teflon Sylvia.
It's kind of sticky sometimes. It's like you're like that pan, that copper pan that doesn't quite work. You're like,
it's supposed to work. I hate those pens. I just slide off.
I'm such a sucker for like those when you go to Walgreens or like, I don't know if you guys listening do this. If you go to, how you go to Walgreens or CVS and they have those as seen on TV sections.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, cool. Like I always want to buy everything in that section.
Well, now they have them at the stores because people are not watching regular TV as much. It just clicked right now. So now they have to have it where they buy them, because it used to be like you would stay up late at night and buy this crap.
Yeah, I'm like, we're on TV. I didn't see this on TV.
Nobody watches TV like they used to anymore.
I feel like we watch TV. We just don't watch the TV with all the commercials.
Exactly, because we no longer like commercials.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I like commercials because I'm more of a marketer. So like, I like to see what, they are doing. And it's interesting because I was talking, I think Joelle, I was telling the one that does her videos, or I was asking him, I was like, hey, I noticed that everything's like 15 seconds. And the message can get pretty, like you can convey a message in a good 15 seconds, which is crazy. If you think about it, commercials, most of them are 15 to 30 seconds at the most.
Considering trailers, I'm like, why are trailers so long now? It's like I saw the whole movie.
Right.
I love trailers.
If I got the gist of it in 30 seconds.
Watch trailers all day long.
Priscilla,
I've heard some people say the trailer was better than the movie itself. And like they compact all the great part in the trailer. Then you see it, you're like, that was kind of boring.
Good morning, Eric. Good morning. Good morning, Andrea. So Andrea says, good morning, ladies. Thankful for this live. I thought my 6-week post-twin pregnancy appointment at 10 a.m., but it's 10:45 now, and I get to relax and watch comedians.
Thank you.
Well, we're glad we can make you laugh.
We only do 2 shows a day. One in my family.
Desiree says Gen Z doesn't have a long enough attention span for commercials. So yeah, because those damn TikToks are like 2 seconds. You could say,
that's right.
I was actually watching, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm ADD too. So it's not just a Gen Z thing. I think I fall into millennial. I might be right at that little edge of the millennial. But we were watching the David Letterman thing on Netflix. And you know how he has like
different people.
Okay. So one of the guys was a NASCAR racer. And it was so interesting because he says the pit, you know how they changed the tires? It was like the fastest they've done it was 1.8 seconds.
Wow.
Like it's like, and I'm like, okay, I'm counting 1, 2. I'm like, I wouldn't trust my tires in one. Like, can you imagine? But if you see those guys, they're quick.
They're pretty fast. Yeah, because it's like one guy on each tire.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all of you guys joining in. Thank you so much for, commenting, being engaged. This is what the show is for. We love it. As you know, we talk a little bit of insurance and a lot of everything else. Most of the time we're talking nonsense because the goal is just to kind of make you laugh, make you cry, make you maybe learn a little piece of information that you didn't have yesterday. And make sure that you got to be careful with Sylvia because she's apparently the godfather that we didn't know of. Do you have an accent that you can do like godfather?
Don't ever go against the family.
Oh my God. Holy crap.
I got goosebumps.
I know, me too. Don't mess with her.
That
was actually a little too good if you ask me.
Yeah, that was like Oscar. Man, are you sure you haven't done that before?
In my previous life.
Wow. I've always wanted to be like a gangster boss.
Me too.
Like I bet you a lot of you guys
like
watching
the look, but not the consequences.
Yeah.
The good part.
Yeah, like the good part of the
what's
respect.
The good part?
I guess the
good
respect
part is the one that gets all the money and the one that doesn't have to kill or do all the bad deals.
Oh. The one that calls the shots.
Like on The Office, Michael Scott, I always think about that one thing when he's like, yeah, would I rather be feared or loved? He's like, easy. He's like, I want people to be afraid of how much they love me.
Yes.
I'm like, that is me. That's me.
So we're going to talk about, Warren, we'll talk a little bit of insurance for a little bit. And then, any questions that you guys have, let us know and then stick around because we normally just shoot the, after.
Yeah.
But what's going on in the world of insurance today? Are y'all running into any issues?
Where do I begin?
I know Adriana had her fair share of customer service issues and nothing that we necessarily did. It was just something about the insurance companies on the Medicare side are kind of dropping the ball on things a lot lately.
I think it's just little things that throw like a wrench in the system. And, there's some carriers that are a lot better than others, and I'm not going to say that any one of them is perfect and that that I've never had any issues because that would be a lie.
Yeah.
So I think obviously some have it better together than others, but I would just say my biggest thing would be, with what I went through this week. with TRS. You know, my client was not happy about the whole process. They make it extremely difficult. You know, and I actually warned her ahead of time, and I told her it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even her, it was her husband, who she was having to deal with. And so I just think that they really need to fix the system. And you know, it's funny because I think they think they're hurting us in the end, but they're actually hurting the client.
Yeah.
Like, it's making it more frustrating for them, because I know what the solution is I just got to get on the phone. I got to make some phone calls. I have to get, you know, it might take me a little bit longer, but you know, I know what steps I need to follow. But for them, it's just, they make it really, really difficult.
So a little knowledge for those of you that are wondering what we're talking about, especially if you have parents or family members that are teachers. When those individuals are getting ready to retire, they go into what's called Trs Care. It's no longer TRS Active. So TRS Active is for the people that are not on Medicare yet, but for people that are going to Medicare, they're now into what's called Trs Care. Now, it's not bad insurance. It's okay insurance. Are there better plans out there that get them a little bit more, and it's a lower out-of-pocket cost and lower in monthly premium? Yes, there are. However, with TRS, there is no what's called donut hole on the prescription drug side, which for some people that actually take a lot of medications, and we know that they're going to reach that donut hole, we typically recommend them to stay on TRS. But in those cases where, for example, let's say you are on TRS Care and you're like, Victoria, I don't want to pay that additional premium. My family member has this and they have a little bit of better coverage. In that case, there's a process that you have to follow, and you have to, and you went through this process, and it was not easy, even for you that you're doing insurance and you're doing this every day. TRS requires, and again, I'm not harping on TRS. So if you're watching and you work for TRS, this is just facts, right? When you actually want to disenroll in the TRS Care plan, there's a process you have to follow. You have to call them. You have to get the form. I think it's the 700B form, right? And then they have to send you that form. It used to be where you can actually download the form on the website and print it out and help the client fill it out. They would have to then go get it notarized, and then they would mail it back, and then that would proceed to the cancellation process.
And there was a time you didn't have to have it notarized.
Yeah, there was a time there you didn't have to know how to notarize. You just have them fill it out, send it back, and it's good to go. Now they've made it even harder. So now you're required to call in, request the form.
Yes.
They mail it to you because it's tailored. It has your number, everything. They mail it to you. Then you have to go get it notarized. Then you have to sign it. Then you have to send it back and hope that they get it, right? You can also fax it. But then you have to wait.
Then you have to wait 15 days for them to process it. Yeah. And actually get into effect.
Up to 15 days to process. And they won't tell you that it's been processed, right? So all the while, we have to still abide by these timeframes for Medicare. So because you can't just enroll, like if let's say they canceled it on, let's say they were canceling it for June 1st and it's June 2nd, the insurance company can't enroll you for June 1st. They're going to have to now enroll you for July 1st. So there's this window that you're only on original Medicare. Anyway,
here's my word of advice to TRS. Stop making it so difficult, because now you're actually just peeving people off.
Yeah. And they're going to leave.
And they're going to leave.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So a long time ago, we went to a town hall meeting, which was a bunch of TRS talking about TRS Care and the fund and all this stuff. And why they make it so hard is because what happens is there's a fund, right? Everybody's contributing it to this pool of money. And think about this, right? If let's say we have this big pool and you're contributing and I'm contributing, that's what's keeping that pool filled, right? But if you jump ship and you're no longer putting money, and if I jump ship and you're no longer putting money, and if you jump ship, all these people now start getting off of that. There's no more pool of money to now offer. So they're very big on making sure that people are on TRS. They do make it like you can never come back.
They make it like the mafia. You can't ever leave.
Yeah. Exactly. Pretty much.
Exactly. They learn from me.
Well, here's the deal. I totally get that. But then you need to make it better. This person was going to be saving upwards to $400 and something a month.
Yeah.
By taking off her spouse off of TRS.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, absolutely not. I need to make sure, because it's way, that's how much she was going to be paying to keep him on TRS.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things to consider, and I get it, like you explained, but it's almost like they're using these tactics, like,
they are.
And it's like, well, then offer better benefits, lower the cost, or figure something out, because sooner or later, like it's going to go away.
Or you know what I would even recommend? Okay, so, and I get it. If you're TRS, working for TRS, or the person that does the benefits, I get it. Because what do people do when they're in a pickle? They want to go back, and they're like, well, nobody told me I couldn't go back, right? So I'm going to put myself in as an advocate, as a devil's advocate, right? Let's say, yes, they make it hard, but then a client comes, and then they come back, and they're like, Victoria, you didn't tell me that I couldn't go back, and I'm TRS. I'm like, yeah, I did. We told you, right? So what I think they should do is have an opportunity where they can go into an online portal, sign the waivers, right? You can't sign something like if you're clicking on stuff and reading waivers and signing documents, that means you understand that that's going to happen, right? You cannot say, well, nobody told me. Well, yeah, you accepted all these waivers. So maybe create an online portal where they can actually go through that process. But they won't do that.
But that's the thing too, is like, so then they will also fall by the wayside. I hate to say this, and it doesn't just apply to them. It doesn't just apply to TRS. It applies to anything. If you don't get with the program, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
So think about all these plans that are coming out that are super competitive year after year. You've been in the industry for both of y'all have been in the industry for so long. So it's like, y'all are going to have to catch up, because you're going to be left in the dust. Like it's going to be history.
And every year since I've started, once in a while, we get one or two during annual enrollment, teachers leaving. And every year there's more and more leaving the program, because like you said, it's expensive. They've got a lot of, their out of pocket is a little higher. They stay for the donut hole, and that's pretty much it.
That's it.
And the ones that do stay, that I meet, that we're going to move, they stay because they have such a hard time trying to leave with sending the papers that they're like, forget it, I'll just stay. We'll do it again next year.
That's
and it's
I would be that person. I'm like, forget about it.
And a lot of them are seniors, and so just having to deal with that and get the papers and fax it and get it notarized, it's overwhelming for them. And unless I help them, they're like, forget it. We'll meet next year.
And it's funny because I think, like you were saying earlier, people, like, I get it. Let's not get these, because they think we're the devil. Like the people think these insurance agents are just out to make commission. But
not these girls.
Yeah. That's how we make our money, but that's not what we promote. Like every day we're telling
people bad business is not good business.
How many people have you ran into just or this week that somebody really messed somebody up? Like
a lot, all the time. And a lot of the times I advise them, and I always am really, really transparent with them and tell them, like, look, this is what I think you should do, or you're good where you're at. I'm not going to change you. And there's some really sketchy agents out there that do things. And it's honestly, the way I look at it is that nothing good comes from you doing those kinds of business. It doesn't. You're not being honest.
And being what's the word? Like not intentionally being malicious about something, but unintentionally doing something wrong is just as bad, because you don't want to take the extra time to actually read through the summary benefits go over that with the client and explain donut hole and explain that all your drugs might not be in the formulary. Like one thing we do for certain here is, what do we do for certain? Like, that we will never not do.
We always ask about medications. And if it's not in the formulary, we let them know, like, hey, this medication's not covered under any carrier. And this is how much it's going to cost you. And a lot of the times they'll have a plan B and they'll figure it out. But always being really honest with them, so that when they do come back, you're like, hey, we had that conversation. And honestly, 100% of the time, they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. You did tell me that.
And then what's another thing?
The doctor. That's my big thing. I had this week 3. They all got moved to the same other company. They all got moved with, you need to change. You should have changed your plan last year in October, and you didn't. So we need to get you changed. All 3 of them lost their primary doctors. One of them is in Austin, which I'm going to have to go because he doesn't speak English. He's not very good with texting on the computer. He's had both of his legs amputated. He had an appointment this coming week, he said, with the doctor. So Monday I'm going to his house, put him back again. call his doctor to see if he could even go and see him for his medicine. So these people don't realize the effect. They're all thinking about, I'm making the sale, I'm making money. But in the long run, they're really not, because then the customer goes back to their other plan. They've wasted a lot of time, moving these people, and they're hurting the clients. They're hurting our seniors. And I can't, it just infuriates me. And I think, who are these women, who are these people that are moving clients and not having no regards to them at all? Their medicines, their doctors, their transportation. They just really don't care. To them, it's all about the money. And I tell my clients all the time, don't move, don't change. And all three of them that call me, they're like, no, they said I had to do it. I told them I had an agent. They're like, yeah, well, your agent should have told you it was time to move. And I'm thinking, oh my God, who are these people? They were all on the phone.
Yeah. And another thing that, and if you're an agent listening to, another thing, especially with Medicare Advantage or even ACA, but especially Medicare Advantage, one thing that we always ask, and I know Adriana does a really good job, is she'll say, do you have any upcoming procedures coming up? And do you know why we ask that? If you're listening, a lot of you agents are probably not even asking that question. You're like, all right, their doctors are in network and their medications, and they told you, hey, I have a surgery coming up, and you kind of disregarded that. Well, guess what? If they have a surgery coming up and they're on an HMO and you move them to another HMO with a different company, they have to authorize. They have to authorize that again through the new insurance.
Again. It's just bad. It's just bad business, and it's bad karma.
Yeah.
And even if they're going to pain management and they're having a couple of sessions, all of that's going to have to change. Rehab, everything. So you have to look at the big picture. It's great with the doctors and the prescriptions, but it's not just that. It's everything about them. What's going on in the next couple of months? I want to know everything about them,
Yeah. Good morning, Melissa. How are you doing? Thank you guys so much for joining in. We're talking about we are in the window of a little bit of insurance right
now.
But
you tuned in and you were tuning in for that, you missed it. Sorry.
Yeah. So we talked about TRS. We talked about the process. We talked about, when you change people to their plan, what to do. And when you're a client, because we have a lot of people that listen that are different areas of life, right? Whether they're an agent, the consumer, a provider, and also providers too. Okay, let me discuss providers. Okay, I love you guys because we do partner with a lot of great ones out there. But keep in mind, there is not a one size fits all, because let's say the plan that you take, let's say the plan that you take, or the couple of plans you take, they don't cover the medications of the client, right? And we do work with a lot of great providers that are like, hey, we understand that not everybody is going to be a fit for us based on certain things. But there's a lot of providers that are like, I only want to take Humana, or I only want to take, I didn't say that. I only want to take the big green company or the big blue company or the big purple company or whatever.
Yeah.
There's not a one size fits all, because the formularies are different for every, when you run into a client, and you can find all their doctors, all their specialists, all their medications.
That's
like everything's lining up
for them.
Those are actually less common than, usually 50% of the time we can't meet all those things.
But it's really exciting for us. It's really exciting for them because it's something that fits all, but those are very rare occasions.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the clinics will tell them, like I'm working with one particular client. She's on dialysis, so she's got specific doctors, and she's on group insurance, TRS. Okay. As a matter of fact, with her partner, and so her partner is retiring, and she's going to get dropped. But they keep telling her, we accept Blue Cross. I'm sorry, we accept the blue and the purple. And so when I look, I'm telling her they don't accept. They accept group insurance, but you're no longer group insurance. And a lot of times that's always so difficult when they tell me, well, they tell me they accept the blue insurance. It's like, yes, on the group.
We try to stay away from saying Medicare. Insurance companies' names on the show, guys. Sorry. So if we're saying colors,
that we're saying colors.
It's 3 weeks. I'm going to start studying the test. Okay. We need to set up a call, because I think is it Dennis, right? I was going to refer you to some agencies, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't think I'm in Arizona. I might be, but I can refer you to a couple out there that are good ones. But yes, pass it. Congratulations. I'm excited for you. It's exciting when you pass your test.
I know.
It's we had a few agents
passing tests.
Yeah.
Priscilla.
Oh yeah, my sister passed her test. We had a couple of agents that just became agents with us, and they had just passed their test. I love when people just pass their test because I feel like we can really help those individuals because they don't come with all the bad habits that we do, right? Yeah. Like if somebody, well, I mean, I'm pretty self-sufficient, but like Sylvia and I were pretty self-sufficient, but some agents, they come with all this like
neediness,
not needy. Well, but like a lot of the ones that have been in the business a long time, they don't want to get rid of the old habits or the way of doing business. So sometimes it's hard to
start from scratch, but that's not a taboo to say that. I used to be the same way too. Like when you're usually hiring somebody, like when I like to hire my trainers, when I used to have to hire trainers, I would always hire from within, because if I hired a trainer from the outside, they came with all these expectations and they wanted all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, it doesn't work like this. Yeah. It ain't this gym and it ain't that gym. This is how this works. This is how you get paid. This is how blah, blah, blah. So for me, I always, and it also helped staff morale because I always promote it from within.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing.
So yeah, that's true. And I think that's the same with all industries. They always like to start or do it from within, right? Or start from scratch, because that way they can build them to what they want them to be.
Or what, because I love, like, okay, for me, like I'm really learning the digital marketing side and marketing. So I really don't come with a lot of the bad habits that I'm sure the people that used to did it 10 years ago. Cause there's always changing, like things are always changing. I was just telling Carmenza, like, I want to take a code, like learn how to code. And that's not something that I ever wanted to do, but I'm like, oh, I could see the value of learning like certain
coding.
things, just learning it for back end, stuff that we do. I was telling Brooke the other day, I was like, hey, I bought this stuff that's going to be really cool to help agents create their websites and all this stuff. And so I'm always like thinking about those kinds of things. I really found a passion in now the marketing side, the marketing piece of the business. And I really enjoy that.
Marketing is extremely important. If you don't have marketing, you can't make any sales. People always ask, what's important, marketing or sales? And I listened to somebody on a podcast, they're business owners, and they said marketing, because if you don't have any marketing, you don't have any sales. Yeah. You have the best salesperson, but still, if you don't have that business driving it in, like it's going to be pointless.
Yeah. I think we talked about this. If you can have the best food in the world at a restaurant, but if you don't have cheeks in the seats to eat those, those to get those cheeks bigger.
Yeah. Especially now, you have to, so much competition in restaurants. You have to do your marketing and the great menu. Everything has to be perfect, because down the street there's another restaurant
and everything's digital. Like I find new restaurants through Instagram. You're scrolling, you're like, oh my God, that looks delicious. Yeah. And it's all the marketing, and that's how they get you into the door.
The first thing I do now is when I do want to find a restaurant, I go to Instagram to see if they're on there. So at the very least, guys, if you guys have a restaurant or bar or anything, taqueria, whatever you have, create an Instagram or create at the very least, because Facebook business pages are good if you it's kind of, they're good to have as like a business card. But Instagram, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, those social media channels are going to be good for your business. Each one of them have their place. We really like Instagram just because we feel like we can reach more people that we're trying to reach in certain aspects, and then Facebook too. But I
think that's a big one. I would say of all, because I literally have been around since the very beginning. We've all been around since the very beginning, right? We've been able to experience all these different levels of social media, like MySpace, right? So there was MySpace, then there was
MySpace,
then there was Facebook, then there was Instagram, then there was Snapchat, and there's TikTok and all these things. Yeah. And I would say of all of them, Instagram is the biggest, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think that it's really one of the ones that really reaches people like, at least for myself, I love to look at pictures. I'm a pictures person. I don't really care much for reading something, like, so I just want to look at it and be like, oh wow, that's awesome. A picture says 1,000 words, right? Is a saying. So I think that is something that's going to continue to go and grow.
Yeah. And I think I like TikTok, but because my mom will, hey, did you see this person on TikTok or that? I'm like, oh, cool. But I get so with TikTok, like, I feel like
feel like TikTok's for like 15-year-olds.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people on TikTok.
It's too,
but
I don't have one. So
I just don't have the mental capacity to sit, like, because then I get addicted. And I'm just like, I mean, that's the point, right? TikTok's doing a really good job is to keep you on their platform. So I'm just like, oh, the next one, because it's so fast. And they have those trends, right? They have trends where they recommend that they use the sounds of like the common things you hear. So that's why you're like like when it was Musical.ly before, right? Wasn't it Musical.ly before? Okay. I know this because my niece.
Oh, it was Vine before that. Remember, it was Vine. Vine. Yes.
So remember that thing was like,
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Okay, so like you wonder why are like millions of people doing the exact same thing, and we're willing to look at a million people do the exact same thing over and over and over. But it's just the brain. Like I guess they already know. Like
I can't stand for that crap. It's too much.
They get you, but
my sister posted a meme the other day.
A lot of small businesses. What? Oh, see.
Wow.
Well, here's the deal. That may be true, but not true. My sister sent me a meme the other day. She's like, I don't have a TikTok account. I just watch TikTok reels on Instagram.
I like that. That's what I do.
So it's like, you don't need a TikTok. You literally just have Instagram and you could just scroll. It's the same thing. Think about it. It's a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
I really prefer Instagram.
Yeah. And with Instagram, I mean, I just like Instagram.
And
That's kind of our platform of choice.
I don't use any. Once in a while.
You use Facebook?
Facebook, yeah, that's it.
She's over there. Hey, guys. I just got my hair done, San Antonio.
Like, good morning, San Antonio. Sylvia Testano here.
All right, I do use it a little bit.
The one who didn't like it, she's addicted now. Desiree's the same thing too.
Yeah.
I can. It's too much
because Desiree was like,
that's for
getting
old people.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yes, that's what she told me. She always insults me, and now she's using it more than I do.
I know.
Posting and stuff.
She's always insulting.
I know. Today, I posted something today because when I saw that. So when I refuse to get glasses that turn into
transition lenses.
Because they always like, even because now with LED lights and they got sunlight lights, it's gonna turn black all the time. I don't want that. So sometimes when my eyes are really sensitive, I keep my sunglasses on. I just put them over my glasses because it's not like a long-term solution. Just put them over real quick. And Desiree was like, really? Like, she was making fun of me this morning, but I thought it was funny because I refuse not to get those.
So we have to move with the times. It demands us or we get left behind, but there are some things we refuse to get.
Yes, exactly.
I refuse to get those glasses. I don't know. Maybe when I reach a certain age, I might not want to put contacts in anymore, and I might just need those. But for now, I'm just good throwing on my glasses over because these glasses will not look good in like sunglasses.
No,
like it's
hard to find something that looks good both ways.
Because even my dad has those, and I'm like, Dad, why are you like, even when he's not in the sun, they turn.
Yes.
I'm like, Dad, why are you?
That's funny.
He's trying to be cool. I always think people try to be cool when they have those.
He's like,
I'm thinking,
trying to be cool.
He's like, no, I just can't see, Sylvia.
No, take them off. Take the sun on.
Yeah, there's some things I refuse to let go of.
Yeah,
I think it keeps us. I think that's what helps to pass down the traditions too, like of the certain things that we do and certain sayings and mannerisms. I think it's what helps to keep it alive. Just like the crap that these kids are learning now, right? Certain things they're going to continue to pass on to their children. So for me, I like doing some stuff difficult and old school ways.
Yes.
So what do you guys, let us know in the comments what you guys refuse to change? Like
let go of from like old school that people are like, you're old. That says your age. You're like, I don't care.
Yeah. I refuse to change my glasses. I am never going to do that. I don't know. Sylvia has 1,000 pairs of those things.
And they're all over the office.
I'm like,
she forgets.
So the reason I have them is because I lose everything. And I know if I go out and spend $200-$300 on glasses, I'm going to lose it in probably a day. So I go, maybe once a month, I'll buy 10 of these,
which is equal to $300.
The lady at CVS already knows her. Hey, Sylvia, you're here to get your 10 pairs of glasses?
Yes, they do. And they have them for me. So I go and I buy 10.
Then she's like scooping them all up, and the ladies behind her like, wait, Sylvia, I saved some for me. There's a line of people waiting to get their bifocals.
Usually every 2-3 months, I'll go and buy 10. And then I'll lose them all. And then I'll go buy another 10. So
okay, that sounds like a pretty expensive habit to me.
You should just get one of those. You should just get one of those things.
No, that is my thing. That is my thing. I'm never ever gonna wear that. Never.
I'm gonna get her that for Christmas.
Oh, I've had people buy me when I was at the restaurant because I was always loose, and they would buy. And I was young back then.
She probably was like, "What is this?" Take it on her face.
Years ago, there was this, and she wasn't that old. I was probably in my 20s, 30s, and she was probably in her 50s. And they used to call her La Viejita because she used to wear her glasses with that thing.
So you're traumatized.
Yes. And I always think of that. I'm like, no. So you with the glasses, me with the little.
Yeah. What is one thing that you wouldn't do?
I don't know. There's a lot of things that I do. Like I was still going to the post office like a couple years ago to pay my bill.
Really? Oh, my mom, she still does that.
I was like, I'm not paying it online. They're gonna steal my information.
That she thinks
that. Shoot, now the mail. You remember how you got that person's stuff in the mail,
and they told me I could keep it. Oh. Like I don't want to keep this people's mail, so I went and I put it in.
But didn't one of your clients get somebody's social and date of birth and all that?
Social Security mailed another person. So this lady sent in applying for the Part B, send it to the Social Security. And so they send her a copy back, but they sent it to somebody completely different with her phone number, with her Social Security, everything on it. I mean, it was what she sent them.
Yikes.
And thank God it was another member of the senior center. So he took it to me. He's like, what'd I do with it?
Oh.
So he called her. And so I gave it back to her yesterday.
Have you guys seen those YouTube channels where I think I want to do this, like an unboxing? You can buy that unclaimed property.
Yes, I saw that. I want to do that too.
Property.
So there's those packages get
from the post office
that get lost or they don't get to you or whatever. So you can buy like the unclaimed mail, or unclaimed packages.
The post office does, like they auction them off and you don't know what's inside of them.
Yeah.
Yes. So my daughter's uncle buys those, but like the pallets, and they're like $100.
A lot of people do it. So like Target does it, Walmart does it, Amazon, and you can literally bid. So I found a website where you can bid. So it'll tell you like a description of what's in the thing, and then of course they tell you like, it might be broken or whatever. These are returns, so you can't really do nothing.
And he does very well.
It's pretty awesome.
He buys those things for $100, $200. And he
flips them.
He breaks them apart because they're little boxes actually of whatever the merchandise is. And some of them are, he can make money off of them.
That's pretty cool.
Carmenza
said, side business.
Carmenza said she also received somebody else's Social Security card in the mail. What the heck? Oh yeah, I do remember that. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Did you know about those things, baby? The packages. I kind of want to do it.
I did too, but I was like,
I'm gonna buy it and then give those away for Christmas.
Oh no!
I'm gonna get it.
Somebody did it.
Order one of these at one time.
Somebody did it, and they found the most random stuff like tonails, clippings.
Toenails.
Yes, toenails. This girl was doing it. It was
a mystery box.
Yes, so she was buying packages from the post office. She was right, and she found toenail clippings.
Ew.
Yeah, so you got to be careful because you might find like the most randomest crap. You might get a funny batch.
If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna wear a mask and gloves.
Yes, me too.
And a hazmat
and
suit.
then have like a thing of disinfecting wipes.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
But what if like.
Yeah, what if you find something crazy?
Like there was a girl that found like Louis Vuitton scarf and like all this Burberry stuff.
Sign me up. Where do I do this?
Yeah.
But then she also found like like used underwear.
Oh, they were returned. They were trying to return them.
I don't know. I think somebody was trying to send.
Like people's fetishes and things like that.
I think it was that.
Well, it's the same thing with the toenails. Probably they were like, "Oh, I'll pay you $500 if you send me your toenails."
I know. Who is this person that would do that?
Well, they never got them, so that stinks for them. They're toenailless.
Gross. That is the grossest thing.
People are into the most random crap.
That gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, it's okay. No judgment. No judgment.
Oh yeah.
People are into
their own thing.
They have their own thing.
Yeah, like I love popping bubble wrap. Like that is my thing.
Yes. All my kids like to do that.
Get me for Christmas. Just get me like there's
we're gonna bring her a big old roll.
But there's a certain kind. It's not the big ones. Not the big ones. They're just the little regular ones.
They're just the right size.
Yeah, so I can go.
Yeah,
that's why my mom bought me all those fidget things.
She knows you're a fidgeter.
Yeah, she know. Where are they?
I don't know.
Somehow
For
Christmas, get this. I had a whole thing. For Christmas, my mom and my wife bought me fidget spinners, fidget poppers, all these fidgets so I can have here. And where are they?
On Desiree's desk.
Desiree just adopted them. She better buy me some for Christmas.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like, and then I found some over there in the back. I'm like, what are they doing in the back? Nobody even sits here.
Oh my goodness.
It's the fantasmas using my fidget spinners.
All you see is the thing even up in the air.
Even the ghosts have like ADD. That's so funny. Anyway, what are you guys up for the weekend? Let us know. We want to know in the comments. Carmenza says no, but she's very interested. I think she's talking about the boxes. They're behind Adriana over there. That's what she says. I could see them from here.
They're behind you.
Okay, but this isn't all of them, Desiree.
No, this is not the good stuff.
She's got the good stuff.
Okay. She used this ball. First of all, she wears this ball out and then she throws it back, and it's all cochina already.
And it's not even smooth anymore. She used the smoothness out of it.
Oh, Desiree.
I know it's by Desiree for Christmas now. Yeah. So we had these. You can like do this. We have this. We have this little thing. So if you guys ever want to send me a gift,
send her a fidget spinner.
Send me like fidgety stuff. Like all this stuff is so fun.
It's a whole market now. It's crazy, right?
I'm gonna bring you Will's toys. You can buy with him. He doesn't play with them, and a lot of them look very familiar to this.
But I bet you they're way more expensive. Dog toys are way more expensive.
Yes.
My God.
My daughter, 20 for I think it was like $19.
Yeah.
Isn't that bad?
That's not bad.
But one like this, one of them looked like this, not this.
Yeah, that needs to be thrown away already.
That looks like Will's been chewing on it.
I know.
Here. No, but I feel bad. Like I feel like I could like sanitize
I'll clean it for you.
Yeah.
I'll get it all cleaned up.
They're a member.
Yeah.
So you can't get rid of them.
Yeah, it's a
They'll be
package
like,
deal.
what happened to the purple one? Where did she go? Where's my friend? Don't take her.
What is there coffee in there?
That's how I play with Will.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
Yeah, everybody always makes fun of me when I bring Mila to the office because I'm like, I do my little doggy baby talk. Yeah.
Do you have a song?
Do I have a song
for them?
What song do we sing to her? I don't think we sing a song, do we? We do something in the morning with her. We say good morning, and then she jumps in the bed, and that's our little morning routine. I don't think we have a song. I think Carmenza and her do have a song that she sings, but not like you know, like "You Are My Sunshine" or anything like that. I don't think so.
Yeah, my daughter has a song for her dog. I have a song for Will.
What's the song?
I can't because it's a crazy voice. It's in Spanish.
Do it.
No.
Who wants to hear Sylvia sing the song she sings to her dog?
No. It's insane.
What song did you sing to your kids?
It's not a song. It's a saying that we made up. Like with Stephanie, she it's just sayings that we tell them, but it's into a song.
Like a sana colita.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, you know that too.
Yeah.
The sana colita.
Yeah.
Sana colita de rana.
Yeah, they used to say that to us all the time
una
when we were kids.
manzana.
And then when you translate it in English,
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's rub, right? Because sana is like rub.
I don't know.
Does
that
no, sana means like heal.
Heal. That makes more sense.
Yeah. and then colita is tail.
Oh, I thought it was butt.
Yeah, butt of
colita de rana. Yeah, or a butt tail.
A rana is what? An animal.
It's a frog.
It's a frog. Rana's a frog.
Yeah, it's a frog.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Do frogs have tails?
No, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I was thinking about a lizard.
Yes,
you guys,
a rana. Wait, isn't a rana a lizard?
I don't know.
I think it's but
you make it whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs. I think I turned off the camera.
She's trying to cancel
Sorry.
us. She's like, you're canceled.
Well, we're talking about nonsense now, guys. We're in the nonsense stage. We're in the nonsense stage. How are you guys doing? It's a frog.
Oh, okay.
Claudia says it's a frog.
My sister took like up to Spanish like 6, which like only had like 2 people in the class.
But do frogs have tails?
So she knows. She's really smart.
The frogs have a colita.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they got
a colita, but
no, frogs don't have a tail.
Like a tail. Like
well, they have a little.
Oh, you're right. Colita. Wait.
What's a colita?
Colita is a butt. No? Never mind. I'm
Claudia,
sorry.
Come on, chime in here.
Save us.
You're the pro.
Yeah. She's like literally, she took like Spanish 5 or 6 in high school, and it's like where they're talking about like poetry and crap. So it's like,
I don't think so.
She's gonna have to translate that whole.
It's a butt.
It's a butt. Colita.
Sorry, my bad. I made you look bad. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom. It's a butt. Colita's a butt. Yeah, it's a butt. Colita de rana. Well, why a frog?
What? So did you ever sing your kids' songs?
I did. It's You Are My Sunshine.
You Are My Sunshine.
Okay. I sang that to Brooke when she was a baby, when she was little. And then, Maddie just performed it at the recital last week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And so she sings it. But yeah.
I created a song for my nieces and nephews. It's actually a really cute song. And I'm thinking about writing a kid's book. And I think, I won't say anymore because I think I'm going to do it. I want to do it. But I think it's really cute. So I want to incorporate the song that I made into.
And you should have Sharon. And you should have Sharon make it. Remember?
Yes.
Because you got a person now.
Yeah. And I should definitely
get Sharon on.
I'm sure y'all want to hear this. No, because I'm going to do
publish it.
Because then if I sing it, then somebody's going to be like, wow, that's really catchy. It's so, you're going to hear those songs that are so
people
simple.
Like to steal other people's ideas because they're so unoriginal.
Sing us a sample. All right. I love your eyes when you look at me. And then
that's it. We're done.
And that's it.
Oh my God. There was a part on The Office where this guy's going for an interview and he's like, Jim's like, okay, so if you take over office manager, like, what would you do? He's like, well, I have like a something like 20-step plan. He's like, okay, well, can you give me a little bit of that plan? He's like, no. He's like, okay, well, can you give me at least like the first part? He's like, A, B, C, D, trademark. He's like trademark. Everything he says, he's like, it's trademark.
Yeah, I'm gonna have trademark. I'm definitely gonna have to trademark it.
Yes,
or copyright it or whatever.
Yeah, you should do it.
I think it's a good song. I think it's a very good song. I don't know. I hate to toot my own horn.
Well, before we
wrote it for your nieces.
Yeah, like my nieces and nephews when they were babies. So like I'd carry them, and I'm always like creating little songs, right? But that one, I created that song, and I was like, they're like, where did you hear that? I just made it.
I just made it up.
I made it. That's how
I roll.
I might not write real songs, but I write children's songs.
Yes. My daughter has cute songs for the dogs that she sings all the time. And I always ask her, where'd you hear that? She's like, I made it. And they're the same.
So maybe we should collab.
Good. Yeah, it's a
collaboration on some children's songs.
Well, before we end, he told me yesterday, so I was like, I have to do it. My husband calls me yesterday and he never calls me during the day. And I'm like, hey, what's up? So he's like, go to this website. So I'm like, okay. So I go to the website and it's a fishing website. So it's this magazine that's published at Academy. And so him and my oldest went on fishing for her birthday. So they did like a daughter's dad trip. They caught like the biggest fish ever.
Wow.
So he was like, I'm going to submit it to this magazine and this. So like only a certain amount of people make it. So he's like, okay, go on the website. So I go on the website, and he's like, go to the November issue.
Oh.
So I go to the November issue and there he is with the big old fish. And you
need to post that. You need to go.
And I posted a video on Instagram yesterday, but he's like, hey, can you give me a shout out on the podcast? I was like, you really can't take it that your wife is famous. You just want to be famous with me. So he's going to be in the November issue of, it's like Texas Fishing or something. And so he's like super excited.
So it hasn't been released yet?
No, it's the November issue.
Oh, so when y'all get that, let us know so we can post it on our socials.
Yes.
That's going to
be whose picture was it?
It was his picture. Yeah. With his name and then the type of fish that he caught. So yeah, he's like super excited about it because only like a certain amount of people make it onto this magazine. So
that is so cool.
That is he wanted me to shout him out on the podcast because he knows I kind of have kind of famous. So he wanted me to
for all the fishermen out there, the audition.
For all you fishermen out there.
So I told him, I was like, can I be in the magazine too? Because I'm kind of famous. I was like, but when I catch a fish, I'm gonna be like this.
Holding it by your two fingers.
You're gonna crop her in.
Yeah, I am. I'm not holding the fish. That's gross.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, we definitely need to post that on our social when it comes out because we don't want Academy getting mad at us.
Yeah.
For posting the pic.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. He's really excited about it.
Well, if anybody wants to put us on their magazine,
please let us know
for the funniest podcast.
Yeah, we should have a fishing trip and then catch a fish.
Oh my God.
And be all wearing our Medicare space shirts.
Ooh. That would be cool.
And then submit it to the magazine.
I'm going to put a couple of like Medicare cards for bait.
Yeah.
Catch a little senior fish.
Yeah.
She thinks we're crazy.
Aww.
Okay, guys, I'm just letting y'all know for those y'all watch, okay? This show is an hour. In the first few minutes of the show, we talk a little bit of nonsense and we talk about insurance for about 20 minutes, which you missed it. If you want to go back and learn, go back. It's usually within those 20 minutes.
It was more of a rant today, but we still talked about it.
Yeah. And then when it starts hitting that 10:30 marker, we start kind of talking about nonsense. Yeah. Anything. Something like Sylvia, different. We think she's a gangster mobster.
She already gave us a sample. Go back and watch
it. I know, like Italian,
but it's my ex-husband.
Oh, so. But still.
But you're still Italian.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I'm still Italian.
I'm not going to make a joke.
I know.
Because this is a rated PG show.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. You made it bad. I don't know why.
I know. Are there rules?
I don't know why you're restricting us.
We can't
our personalities.
We can't talk crazy because we're on the social media platforms.
People talk about crazy or something.
You know, and people start reporting us, like be haters.
Well, then maybe we'll be controversial because even bad press is good press.
That's the best thing. If we do something a little raunchy and stuff, then
she's off.
They'll put us
okay. Time out. Cut the phone. Time out. Okay, guys, the fact that she said raunchy, like that's so 90s, right? That's like
we're bringing it back.
We're bringing it back. And I'm not going to get rid of it.
Hey, we're bringing it back. Like I won't get rid of, another thing I'll be like, that's thebomb.com.
That's bunk.
That's
bunk.
Or that's crunk.
That party was bunk.
Yeah, there's certain words I won't let go of.
Yes, I won't get rid of that word.
Yeah,
that and the chain.
I still summon my Corpus Christi vibe sometimes.
What do you do?
Like the ghetto, like like.
Were you a ghetto kind of girl?
No, I wasn't really ghetto.
She was a gangster.
I was a wannabe gangster.
Wanna be a baller, shakala. She knows all the words to that song, by the way, just so you know.
Just give me a couple of drinks in me and I'll sing the whole song and I'll pretend I know the words and I start making my own.
Yeah. She's was it freestyling?
Freestyling. Flowing. Yeah. Is it less flowing, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
I start talking like that. All right. Oh, for those of you that just listening, keep in mind this. So Sylvia told me that this has 4 shots in it.
It comes with 3, and then she asked for another one. So I put another one, and the guy tells me, there's already 3 shots in there. I'm like,
I don't know what to tell you. Just do it.
Well, I could tell because I'm breathing hard and I'm like,
she's all.
And you had it last week. It was also
but she didn't drink all of it.
Yeah,
she didn't drink all of it because she was already all pumped up from her workout.
The one time I worked out,
but it was a good workout.
Remember that one time when I worked out? I was all pumped up.
We all remember.
That's funny.
Well, guys, we are coming up. We are already at the 11 o'clock hour. We want to thank you so much for always joining in at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We usually go about an hour. Hopefully I can catch my breath because the coffee's kicking in.
She's having her like heart palpitations and crap. Yeah.
Ooh.
I can't breathe.
And I couldn't breathe. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. Anything else y'all want to add before we get going, guys? Because I know we had some funny stuff today, but
no, it's hot outside.
It's hot outside.
It's very hot.
Stay cool.
Yeah. Stay cool. And stay hydrated.
Stay cool.
Especially for the seniors.
Yes.
Stay hydrated. And if they don't have AC at their house, the senior centers are open till 4 o'clock.
If you don't have AC in your house, we need to be sending them a box fan or something.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them just have the box fan, but even with that, it's still hot.
Yeah,
so
I
they go.
A lot of them, hot air.
Mm-hmm, a lot of them will go to the senior center. So I always tell them go to the senior center, go to the library. The libraries stay open a lot later.
You know what they should put on the as part of the over-counter essentials?
An air conditioner,
an AC.
Well, they have these cool coolers now that I think they're like $200 or $300.
I'm trying to look for one for.
Yeah, I'll have to send you the link. So it's a new thing, and it's high is 106. What?
That's crazy.
So they have these coolers now where they're meant for camping or the beach or whatever, where you can cool your drinks, but also if you throw ice in there, it's an AC. So like you can actually use it as an AC.
So we used to have water coolers when we were young because we didn't have air conditions, and we put the water. We get the water hose and put it in there, fill it out to about this much, and then we would put ice. So I'm sure it's the same thing because I don't even think they sell those water heaters for the home anymore. Nobody buys them.
Talk about hard times. Okay, so for those of you young kids or young people, or not even
the window units.
No, okay, this is hard times. So when I was living alone, Medicare space line. When I was living alone. My AC, I had bought my house and the AC unit was still the same one when I had bought it, right? And I lived alone. I didn't have anybody helping me with bills or anything like that. Well, my AC, because it was so old, it was always break in the middle of the summer. Dead heat. And I remember like there'd be times when I get a big thing of like a big bowl. And I'd fill it up with water and ice and I'd have towels and like I'd put it all over my body like throughout the night because I was so freaking hot. Like that's hard times. God. Yeah, talk about hard times, guys. All right.
Lord.
So I've been through it too. All right, guys. Well, we got to go. All right. So the end. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you next Friday, 10 a.m. Same time, always. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. What else? YouTube.
Not on TikTok.
All of the channels. We want to thank you so much. And we will definitely see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.